Hey, what's up, guys? It is Bark coming back at you to bark some music. Got something new today. I know I've done a lot of rock on this channel, but I am going to do some rap today. I'm actually a big rap fan. There's just not a whole lot of current rap that resonates with me and that I dig and feel. Like, I'm not a big fan of the Lils, like the Lil Wayne knockoffs, the Lil Xans, the Lil Yachty's, the little, all the Lils. They tend to take that Lil Wayne style, and I've never listened to Lil Wayne a whole lot. I don't dislike Lil Wayne, but I've never really dug in. But I don't like the new version of the Lils, the kind of lazy style, no pronunciation, no hard, finishes on the words. That's just a preference thing. That's just me. I grew up in the 90s, with Tupac and Jurassic 5 and just stuff that I like. Beastie Boys. But I don't love the new rap, but I do like Denzel Curry. Have a reaction channel. We've done a few Denzel Curry songs on there, and I really enjoyed him. So I thought, something great about doing this channel is I listen to music I wouldn't normally just instantly listen to. So Denzel Curry, I would have gotten around to this, but doing this album review thing, which is mostly for me, congrats if you enjoy it. But this forces me to listen to things quicker and get more albums in my vault. This thing that doesn't retain much information anymore. And Denzel Curry, I know that I like him as a rapper, so I am going to, as an artist as well, I'm going to dive into this new album and see how it hits me. I've only heard a few songs of him, period, but I know that I like him. So Denzel Curry, track one. I did score this album, gave it a grade like I'm going to do with every single album ever. But track one is Melt Session, number one. Melt Session, number one. Instantly, I got some Radiohead Kid A vibes, which took me back. That's a nostalgic thing for me. So I was feeling that a lot. I felt some Jurassic 5 in there, just that old school, 90s and early 2000s flow. I like this a lot. I like the line, penniless, I await the emptiness enlightened, 26 years on earth, my soul fighting. This, I just like the way he portrays his life and how he's feeling. I'm digging this song. I gave it a 3.5. We're off to a good start, Denzel Curry. Track two, Walkin'. I grew up in the 90s as a teen, which I think we already know that by now, but I felt this because of that. It has a simple beat with a nice bass line and some nice backing vocals. And then it just starts flowing on that second half. To me, this is gorgeous rap. You're going to hear me say that again. I'm going to use that term, gorgeous rap. To me, this is gorgeous rap. I love this song. I gave it a 4. To me, this one's a banger. Track 3, Worst Comes to Worst. I don't always focus on lyrical content because, in my opinion, everything has kind of been said before. I mean, how many times have you heard a song that says something so profound that you just simply maybe haven't heard it before? So, this song here, um, sometimes you get, even though you think that way, like it's all been said, what's the lyrics going to do for me on this track? Sometimes you get that new aspect on an old topic and, about growth and being a man in the current world, like today's world setting. And to me, this song was vulnerable. Denzel Curry was vulnerable here. And I dig it because life is hard. And I can't imagine how hard it is for, people in different walks of life and people in different areas of the world. Like every area, every man, woman, they have their issues. But we don't know. We don't walk in other people's shoes. So we don't know everyone's issues. All we can do, should do, is be as kind to people as you can be. Like when I'm having a bad day, if someone is kind to me, it kind of changes everything, in that moment sometimes. And that's the least we could all do for each other is recognize and help out a little bit. But this track, man, I felt like it was vulnerable, felt like he was giving us a little piece of himself here. I didn't love everything about the song, but I thought it was pretty solid. I gave it a 3. Track 4, John Wayne. This is the first weak track to me. It was just okay all the way around. The message I get, but the flow and music didn't drive that message home for me. It just didn't take it all the way through. Um, but I've heard the message. I fully understand it to the best of my ability, but the song, it's gotta have everything. Like, just lyrically doesn't do it alone. I have to have the total package. Still an okay jam. It was a 2 for me. The first weak track to me on the album so far. Track 5, yes, I'm looking off to the side. The Last. Back on track. I like this one a lot. You talk about 2020 and 2021 summed up in a song. This is it. This is that song right here. I gave it a 3.5. Really good. Really digging it. Strong start, honestly, to this album. Good, strong start. Track 6, Mental. Back on that Kid A Radiohead feel a little bit with a Questlove beat. This one's nice, but it is getting a little samey to me through 6 tracks. There's 4, the last good, strong start, but like we started at a pinnacle and we're kind of slowing down a little bit. So that's how I'm feeling about this song, Mental. I still dig the flow. It's just I've kind of heard the flow already, I feel like. So I gave this a 2.5. On to track 7, Troubles. T-Pain does not do it for me personally. I'm not a T-Pain guy. If I hear T-Pain, all I can think of is, I fucked a mermaid. That was terrible, actually. Well, I need auto-tune. I fucked a mermaid. Yeah, whatever. T-Pain, not my thing. Doesn't do it for me. So he kind of made Troubles a little bit of a, not a great one, but I did like where Denzel Curry's voice got a little raspy here, a little bit of fire to it and rasp, and I dug that. But ultimately the song got a 2 from me because my opinion matters lots. Track 8, Ain't No Way. I wasn't feeling the music here at all. And if I can't feel the music at all, I also can't really focus on the lyrics. So I wasn't able to really focus on the lyrics here. Is what it is. It didn't do it for me. Gave it a 2 because it was okay-ish, but it just wasn't enough to draw me in. But that changes on track 9, X-Wing. I instantly knew if this is not some new version of X-Wing, I thought this is a nice Star Wars reference in a song here, and I am kind of Star Wars geeky. Love the music. I hate the auto-tune, but it doesn't take away from the song much. It's still a nice jam with a Skywalker reference, which I brought a smile to my face. I gave this track a 3. I thought it was a solid back to, getting back to the beginning of the album kind of feel. It's getting better, I think. Started strong, little bit slow, a little more mundane in the middle. We're starting to ramp back up with a few songs left. Until track 10, Angels. This sounded too simple to me. I think this should have been a B-side. I think the album should have been 13 tracks long. Angels was a 1. It was the worst song so far to me. I was not feeling that one at all. Track 11, The Smell of Death. We're creeping back up. I gave this a 2. Got the old school 90s like I don't know how to explain it, like keep their heads ringing kind of vibe. It's what I notice about this album, especially at this point, is the mix, the layers, very cool. Nothing's grabbing me much in this song, but I am finding things I like, and I'm able to pick those out here. So this one was just okay to me. Track 12, we got 3 tracks left. How's it going to end? Track 12, Sanjuro. Great transition into this song from the last song. This has my attention. Great flow, beat, great music. It's dark. I like dark shit, and this feels dark. I'm feeling this a lot. To me, this was a total jam. I gave it a 4. Back on track. Track 13, Zatoichi. Such an interesting mix again. I respect the shit out of the producers and engineers on this album because it is fresh, it's new sounding, and Zatoichi is a jam. This shit is a jam. And there's a little moment there halfway through where you get Mortal Kombat meets Moby. Cool shit, man. There's just stuff I haven't heard. There's stuff that took me back. It's like not a total throwback to the 90s, this album, but it has just little nuances and little pieces that's like, you hate to just call it respect to the guys before you, because maybe he just enjoyed the music. Maybe it's not so much about respect, but just he likes it. But it hit my nostalgic bone. I was like, I am liking this a lot. So this whole album, it's all coming into form and shape, and so far it's really well rounded. Just a few tracks in the middle that kind of, were dull to me, but Sato Ichi, hell of a jam. He also threw in a Bane and Batman line there, which I thought was freaking awesome. Then we got the last track, the Ills, track 14. Got some scratching in there. It's 90s, man. There's 90s vibes in here, but it's not full 90s. It's 90s and something new. The mix on this album is just something new to me. But the throwback elements I love. This album is going to be a grower. I gave the Ills a 3. There's just the whole thing, man. I can see this album growing on me. Now, I gave it initially a 2.82 out of 5, but I'm going to go ahead and bump that to a 3 because I know for fact, now I listened to this for a whole day, I guarantee in a week's time, it's a 3, probably a little higher, probably sniffing the 3.3 range. I think this album is really, really strong out of Denzel Curry. I dig the shit out of it, man. The mix, I keep saying the mix, but the mix on this album is phenomenal. And I think the more I listen to it, pick out nuances, like the more I'm going to like this thing. So Denzel Curry, thanks for giving me some good rap to listen to, some good hip hop to jam to here recently, because I do have a hard time finding good hip hop. I used to love Joyner Lucas, but with each new track he releases, I'm like, man, when you like, I need something more fresh. It's like he got all the fresh out, and now the shit's been sitting on the shelf for a while. I need some fresh rap. I need some fresh good stuff. So if you've got any suggestions, drop it down below. Next album, I'm getting back to rock with Jack White, but the Denzel Curry album was a jammer to me. I was listening to it the whole way home, even though I had already finished all my notes. I was still jamming this thing, so I really dig it. Hopefully I can find some more hip hop very soon in the future, so I'm not just constantly going back to, Jurassic 5 and Dead Prez. I need something a little new. I need some of this in my life. So good stuff, man. 3 overall for now out of 5. Probably going to grow in the days coming because the album is a grower. A little bit of a shower too, but mostly a grower. Barking about music. I'll see you guys next time.